Alright, what's up guys? Today, I thought I didn't do enough today, but I did pretty good today. Because I was able to work on my website, shopcampsupply.com. Um, and I'm able to do something, where I can refine it a little bit better, right? Because I have two websites going on, and I really wanted to work on my Shopify website. And I was really trying to pick which one is better because I built my website, um, the website, Shop Camp Supply, and then I have the Shopify website, right? And I wasn't sure which one I was gonna go with, which one I was gonna scrap, because I was gonna scrap one of them, right? And then change my whole URL to shopcampsupply.com, right? And I wasn't sure which one to do, but now that I was able to test out Shopify for a good, I say 3 months, right, and see all the features it has and whatever. Shopify has a lot of features, right? And I wanted to see whether or not Shopify and my website, um, my original website was up to par as Shopify, right? Now that I've experienced Shopify website for about 3 months and see what everything that it can do, um, I come to the realization that my website can do all the same things. You know what I mean? And it's not, whether or not it can do all the same things. It's whether or not I needed to see what all that goes into Shopify, right? And the thing is, because I thought there was something hidden about it to where I'm just like, you know, why the why is a lot of people gravitate towards Shopify, right? None, none. This is not much more different. Um, it just I just needed to do the same features and same functionality, right? So I got about 95% of everything that I know that could be done on Shopify can be done on my website, right? Because I've done everything that I needed to do on Shopify to where I know that my website can do all those things. You know what I mean? And one of the main things, was the fact that I can interconnect my website to all these other platforms, right? Because I don't want to work on my TikTok shop and it doesn't streamline into the same system. You know what I mean? Or I don't want to work on all my other marketplaces and have it not streamlined to the same system. It has to streamline to the same system, right? Because then you would, after it's said and done, you would eventually have to work all the systems, right? And you don't want all these separate systems. Right now, if I can have the Shopify system streamlined into my website, then that'd be perfect, right? But it doesn't do that. Um, why? Because Shopify is a website application, right? So you either choose Shopify or you choose another website application, right? And the reason why I'm not going with Shopify, right, and I'm gonna delete my Shopify account is because I already have a website that does everything for a lot less cost. Right? Everything's about cost, right? Because why am I spending thousands of dollars when I know I only spend like $100 a year on my website? And on top of that, I could build other websites around that, right? With the without costing any more. So yeah, you know what I mean. You gotta you gotta sometimes you gotta delete but yeah, that's not up to date. You know what I mean? So I'm no longer gonna have a Shopify website, right? All my products is gonna be um on my website, which is shopifysupply.com. I'm still gonna have the Shopify for one month till I can yeah, I get the 1 month to work on everything I need to work on to have it, tip top shape before I completely disregard Shopify. But you know what? Shopify is still not bad, right? You know what it gives you? It gives you the capability of having a website. Okay, this is what people don't understand, right? When they have a website, you need to build it so they have the consistency for people to be able to use your website without having to worry about speed, and then with time on logging into your your website or your server to be a customer of your store, right? So if it doesn't have a certain amount of like processing time, people tend to kind of feel the anxiety of the need for people to have instantaneous gratification while using your store, right? That will go away, right? And or that will be an issue, right? That will never go away if you have a website that doesn't perform, right? So the good thing about Shopify is it doesn't perform in that way, and all you're paying for is a good 30, well, I believe 39.99, right, a month, which is still better than a brick and mortar where you have to babysit. Like let's say you had like a retail store, right, and and in a physical location where you have to babysit the store. Well, it's still a lot better than that because now you're paying for air what would you call it, space. You know what I mean, like workable you know square footage um, that allow people to walk in and out of your store. You know what I mean? And the good thing about Shopify is that like um, a lot of things are seamless. You know what I mean? Seamless. All you got to understand, technically, all you got to understand is whether or not you can follow instructions, or, or have the intuitiveness to actually press on certain buttons without being afraid of it breaking down. And most of the time, it doesn't break down because you know it's made not to for people to break it down, right? Even when you're messing with the design or templates or whatever, right? You can rarely break it down to where like it stop will stop working unless um because a lot of things are enable disable enable disable enable, you know what I mean? You just gotta figure out what you want and what you don't want out of the features on your Shopify. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. That's just to give you a good opinion about the two aspects of different things, and also whether or not you want to participate in doing Shopify. You know what I mean? Because it can give you access to the world of online retailing. You know. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Peace.